Star Wars and The Sims. Whoever would have thought that they would merge into such a mashup of a game so loved and hated by fans? Journey to Batuu is the 9th game pack to the series and the 35th expansion overall to The Sims 4. I remember back in late summer I saw the ad for this on The Sims main page before they changed it yet again, and I saw those two awe-inspiring words that sparked something special in my heart: Star Wars. When I first saw that something I loved as much as Star Wars was coming to something else that I also adored, I was thrilled. But because this year has been, well, weird, I didn't have a chance to get this pack until much later after its release. And I also waited for a sale, because I always do. But before I got a chance to experience this pack for myself, I watched the preview on Origin. Just like everything else, it looked promising, but looks are deceiving. When I contemplated this review, I researched Batuu and found a few things. In Star Wars lore, apparently it's a place on the star charts in the Outer Rim and not too far off from the planet I think was in Episode 8 with the Porgs. Most importantly, when I was struggling to find out what and where Batuu actually was, I discovered it's apparently a section at Disney World theme park. Now, a lot of people gave this hate for being a game disguised as an advertisement for Disney, especially being as though they own them now. But like I said, even though it has never been shown on the small or big screen, Batuu is an actual place in the world of Star Wars. So already I feel like some fans were full of hate. They were misled. I saw many bad reviews, opinions, comments, and anything else about this game. Only positive things I saw were from the dedicated EA fanboys that would never say anything negative about The Sims 4 if their life depended on it. I even heard from Star Wars fans that, quote-unquote, unless you're some hardcore Star Wars fan, even I don't think they would pay for this pack. Now that seems harsh. I saw a lot of this and thought, it can't be that bad, right? That so infamous phrase uttered by gamers. So follow me and let's find out. Well, first we start off trying to make our way to Batuu. My first time playing, I already got confused because I did not know it was a vacation destination, not a separate world that I could just travel to. Just a minor mistake on my part. So once I planned a vacation to Batuu, we get introduced to a world similar to Solani in Island Living, a map set up of 3 different cities to visit. All are Star Wars, but all 3 have different objectives and places of interest. First, you have the Resistance encampment, which is exactly as it sounds, a forest-filled map that somewhat resembles other places we've already seen in Star Wars. This is the main place for Rebel fighters to hang out. There are campsites, X-Wings, random droids, and other miscellaneous places and things for you to interact with to accomplish Rebel achievements. In my opinion, it's not as exciting as the other cities. Second is the Black Spire Outpost. This is the main hub of the map. Here you can travel to the cantina, see the Millennium Falcon, and visit people's shops where you can buy lightsabers and other trinkets. Along with the Resistance encampment, there are also random places and things to interact with to help you along with your goals. Third and final place on the map is so cleverly called the First Order District. Here is where you can socialize with stormtroopers and First Order military. You can also browse the droid depot to make your own droid companion. Honestly, this is where I spend most of my time when I traveled to Batuu. Upon your first visit to this new vacation spot, as with most new destinations, you're greeted by a welcome post. This lets you know about the new currency you use when you are in Batuu and an altered inventory list. It also jumpstarts you on some missions that are thrust upon you on your first visit. You are expected to enjoy yourself while checking out the new scenery, but you now have a small list of tasks to check off as you would when you're working on aspirations. As you check these off, you travel to places like Docking Bay 7, where you'll be tasked to order food. Just like in Jungle Adventure, the food list is modified to fit the surrounding theme. If your sim sets itself to autopilot like mine, they'll most likely go straight to the cantina to eat or drink whatever you just ordered. Here is sort of, in a way, resembles a typical Star Wars bar that we have seen many times in the franchise. Here is where you can find Hondo from the Clone Wars and Rebels. He is who you can talk to if you're interested in slinking your way over to the scoundrel lifestyle. When doing these achievements, you will notice that some places are rabbit holes. A player of The Sims 4 is very well adjusted to the boredom that is rabbit holes. We saw these a ton in Discover University, Jungle Adventure, and most famously in Island Living. You might also find that not every place you can explore, it ends up being like Jungle Adventure where you're basically moving around the mouse looking for a place to click. And places you would assume do something, they don't. Once you have completed the introductory Batuu mission, you can now move on to socialize and choose whichever side you want to be on. There are 3 traits to unlock and steadily become. You can either be on the Resistance, join the First Order, or meet in the middle and become a scoundrel. If you choose to change your Sim's aspiration to the new Batuu one, you are basically on a fetch quest. If you're joining the First Order, you will primarily be either in the Black Spire Outpost or the First Order District. These are basically sharing the same space, but you need the loading screen to take you from one side of the city to the other. You will get some tasks both insanely simple and a few that are difficult enough to get a little frustrated. One in particular proved to me that all of these aren't just that simple. I had to install a surveillance system on a comm tower that was described as being near the droid depot. I located the droid depot, but it took me forever to find the tower. I even went back to the map to make sure I was in the right area with the droid depot in it. I found it, of course, but it was not as easy as the rest. I was working towards the First Order, so I followed the hints of chatting with locals and found Lieutenant Agnon, and he is the main guy for all First Order missions. When you complete one, just find him and report back. Then ask for more missions. Fetch quests galore. Rinse and repeat. I would expect, leaning in the Rebel side, you would contact someone in the Resistance encampment. Because I didn't choose that, I'm not entirely sure where you go for that, so I'm just making the obvious assumption. Once you have swayed more to one side, it will prompt you which side do you prefer. Depending on what you choose, you will notice a change in your reputation, similar to that in Get Famous. These quests are also the main way to gain credits for purchases throughout the entirety of the map. There are also some new unique changes to clothing and hats this time around. Adults get all the fun, no clothes or accessories for children in this pack at all. Based on the preview and any screenshots I saw of the game before I played, I could tell there might be some cool new clothes, but when you actually check it out in person, it's not the best choice. Star Wars outfits and hats are already here from the beginning, but now we have some more updated ones. The different alien heads and some faces that are in Create a Sim are in the hats group. Choosing this will only change your Sim's appearance on the head. There is no lifestyle or anything special. Your regular Sim is still normal underneath it. That goes for anyone you meet in the world also. They will look different on the outside, but they're still a regular Sim underneath. There is new hair and outfits that can make for a good cosplay for your Sim, but all the really fun stuff is locked off until you reach the desired rank. This adds a challenge to a mostly simple pack. I believe you can cheat your way up the ranks to unlock the outfits and other things, but for an added challenge, you can work on it with no cheats. What's the most iconic item in Star Wars? Lightsabers, of course. For the sake of my credits being horribly low, I cheated my way to get the hilts and crystals. In normal gameplay, you can attain these through the shops in the Black Spire Outpost and the First Order District. The hilts and crystals come in 5 different styles and colors. They can be easily made into your own lightsaber by putting them in the inventory and place the crystal in the hilt. Let's say I was excited for this until She-Hulk went to use hers, and the selection of options were jaw-droppingly low. It's comparable to the wands in the realm of magic. It's almost like, what's the point of having this? Only thing you can really do is practice deflecting laser blasts and having duels with people who also have a lightsaber in their inventory. That can be fun, but sometimes my Sims would randomly burst out fighting each other, and I'll admit it was entertaining to watch. If you use the cheat to obtain Batuu items and create your lightsaber, you'll also notice it also adds some other items to your inventory. These perplexed me at first. You can't drag them to the world, they stay in your inventory and are worn whenever. Other items are there, like a package for Hondo that I see no purpose in, unless I save it later for another mission. Also, you will see 2 holocrons, a blue Jedi one and a red Sith one. Being as though holocrons are hugely important and fascinating in actual Star Wars, are they fun here in The Sims? Well, I thought this would project some kind of hologram or something cool, but it's basically a glorified nightlight. Nothing more, nothing less. What a disappointment. However, this expansion does not fail in the build items category. There are many ordinary items with Star Wars themed skins. All the regular stuff we're used to seeing in the packs. Things like chairs, dining tables, lights, sleeping areas, and decor. Lots and lots of decor. Not much in the category of actual house building items though. 1 floor pattern and 3 new doorways. A lot of the decor is awesome for a fan of Star Wars. Granted, I could think of a ton more that I don't see in this pack, but that's just me talking. You can also use cheats to gain unattainable items, scale them down, and heck, make an X-Wing or a speeder a new part of your lawn and garden decor. There is also an awesome looking tree I could only find when using a cheat. I have yet to find it in one of the cities unless I overlooked it, which is very possible. Now let's move on to what I was most excited for in this game, the droids. When I first saw the cover, what caught my eye immediately was the droid on the front. I thought, I have to have that. Just imagining an R2 unit or a chopper bumping around my Sim's house would be so awesome. Once you get enough materials and credits, you can head over to the Droid Depot and order yourself a custom R or BB unit. Doing this takes you to a screen similar to ordering food like at Docking Bay 7. Once you get your droid, you'll notice it has many options. Some I'm guessing are to help you along your quest, choices for upgrading processors, piloting skills, hacking, and personality chips. You can also engage the following protocol where your droid can follow you around Batuu, or engage the wait protocol where it just chills out waiting for your return. The follow protocol I thought was amazing. Follows me around like a pet. But when I sent my Sim home from vacation, a lot of options that were just available in Batuu are no longer an option when I'm on my home lot. Here is where I noticed the droid maintenance button was grayed out. Apparently you have to travel back to Batuu to obtain your choice of personality chip from the Droid Depot. So yet again, I went back for another vacation to Batuu. The personality chips and droid upgrades seem to only be available in Batuu. Once at the Droid Depot again, you quickly find out that not just with clothing, but the chips are blocked off until your Sim reaches the desired level in the First Order or the Resistance. What a pain. But if you're anything like me with the Sims, you want things fast. And how do you do that? You can cheat. There are ways to unlock things that would normally take time in ranking up, or use the cheats to get items not available in build mode. I ended up putting a small row of droids in my home theater, and my Sims just love going over and talking to them. Their social is never down. Here is where I found out more that on your home lot outside of Batuu, the droids are basically a stationary chatterbox. They do all the things you would expect droids to do. They can also play music. It's a little odd using your droid as a radio, but hey, this is The Sims 4, nothing surprises me anymore. So, Journey to Batuu. It's an okay pack. I really don't think it deserves as much hate as everyone says it does. I really enjoy the engaging gameplay. Leveling up in the ranks is fun and it takes time. It's not like previous aspirations that are eagerly completed in 10 minutes. The world of Batuu may only be 3 small places like an island living, but each world gives just enough to make it interesting. I love all the home decorations and the outfits. I especially love the droids. What I actually enjoy too is the complex ranking up system. Things in The Sims 4 are too easy sometimes, and a little challenge is awesome, since Simmers are always striving for this anyway with all those different challenges. I really enjoy the fact that you need to be a certain level to unlock special things. Sure, you can cheat your way there, but you can do that if you want. But if you want a fun challenge with the Star Wars thrown in, then this is your luck. Now, even though I said those nice comments, this pack is still not free from negativity. I very much dislike the rabbit holes. I don't like that you can't click on things you thought you could, and you can't travel to places on the map that you thought you could either. The limited options for the droids when on home lots is a little of a letdown, but the biggest gripe of all is the lightsabers. The extreme limited gameplay is very disappointing. I was hoping it would be like Realm of Magic and you could use them to your every whim, like use the saber to cut vegetables for the grill or to light a fire in the fireplace or something cool. Instead, they make the coolest item in Star Wars lore to be a glorified glow stick. Well, that's all I have today for this Sims 4 game pack. Did you enjoy this video? Did it encourage or discourage you to invest in this pack? Let me know in the comments or give this video a like. Anyways, I will see you in the next video, and may the Force